Hi everyone, Ms. Stillman here. This is the homework 4 key for trigonometry. In question 1, we're asked to find the measure of angle A, and the information that we have are two sides. So that gives us a clue that we're doing trig. Notice that angle A is circled, and I've labeled the numbers 25 and 50 with the word either opposite, adjacent, or hypotenuse based on angle A. So A next to it is 25, that's adjacent. The right angle tells us that the 50 is the hypotenuse, so we know we're doing cosine. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, that's ca. When we do the setup with these numbers, we always put the angle next to the word cos. The adjacent goes on top, hypotenuse goes on bottom, that's 25 over 50. In order to get the angle A from this fraction, we do inverse cosine. Cosine -1 of 25 divided by 50 equals. Okay, so we go to our calculator, make sure you're on degree mode, and we type second cos, that's the cos -1, 25 divided by 50. We get 60. That means the answer is 60 degrees. Next question. Also looking at angle A, but this time we're given 15 and 24. The 15 is adjacent, the 24 is opposite. That means we're using tangent, opposite over adjacent, 24 over 15. Well, to find angle A, you're going to do inverse tan, 24 divided by 15. Second, tan, 24 divided by 15, close parentheses, 57.994 dot dot dot. I'm just going to write that up here. 57.994 dot dot dot. Round it to the nearest degree. That's the whole number. 58 degrees. That's approximately, if you want to use the approximate symbol. Okay. Number 3, angle A. 25 is opposite, 50 is hypotenuse. That's sine. So now we have sine A is 25 over 50. Then if we're trying to get rid of the sine, we do inverse sine, 25 divided by 50. Second sine, 25 divided by 50, 30 degrees. And lastly, this one is tangent, opposite over adjacent. Take a look at my work. You get 32.00538 or 00538. Nearest degree, 32 degrees. On the next page, this one doesn't look for an angle. It's looking for side CB, a length. So now we know we're not using inverse trig at this point. We're setting up cosine in this particular example, adjacent, hypotenuse, and we're following it the way we did the previous lesson. Remember, we do things like cosine of an angle and then put the numbers in it. It happens to be this time that the adjacent 10 is over the hypotenuse of x. When we cross multiply, put the x in front of cosine 35. That way the 35 doesn't accidentally get separated from the cosine because it's cosine of the angle 35. Notice x cosine 35 is equal to 10 when we cross multiply. If you want to see the loops for cross multiplying, there you go. To get rid of x times cosine 35, the opposite of multiplication, cross multiplying, is dividing. Divide by cos 35 on both sides. Now we're going to do 10 divided by cos 35 on our calculator. 10 divided by cos 35, close parentheses, 12.2077 onward. That's what I had in my answer key. That's great. 12.207 dot dot dot. Nearest tenth, 12.2. Now in the next 3 questions, we're going to use angle A, B, or C to fill in the blank with the correct angle. So this sine ratio of 8 over 17 was created being at either angle A or angle B. We're never located at angle C when we're doing the trig. So sine, we think to ourselves, is opposite over hypotenuse. The 8 has to be the opposite of what? Okay, backtracking, opposite would be B. Opposite can't be A. And then the hypotenuse is always 17. That's angle B. B is your answer there. In this one, it's adjacent. Well, B is opposite B is opposite 8. A is adjacent, so A is our answer. The hypotenuse was still 17 there. And here, with tangent opposite over adjacent, well, what's opposite the 8? Well, it has to be B, and then next to the B is 15, that's adjacent, so angle B is your answer. Now, in the last question, there's an equation involving sine of some angle is equal to cosine of some angle. Well, sine and cosine are co-functions. Together, their angle measurements add to 90. So take a look at my equation. I've taken the two angles, 3x plus 5 and the 4x plus 1, added them equal to 90. Combine my like terms to get 7x plus 6 equals 90. Subtract 6 from both sides. You get 7x equals 84. Divide by 7 on both sides. X is 12. And there's your answer choice 3.